Hi, welcome to Dice Control Dojo. I'm Phil, and I practice every day, share my tips so we can all get better at the casino. Join me today where we're talking about my practice game plan. We're going to talk about a specific SMART goal that I'm setting. We're going to talk about our practice plan and then our next Vegas trip. So let's get going. So, what we're going to do is I have gone to a coach, as you saw in a previous video, and they changed my throw quite a bit. It wasn't a little significant tweak here and there. It was a major difference in my throwing. And it's going to take about 180 days for me to change this up so that I feel comfortable with the change and be able to make a difference on the tables. So I want to see if the coaching that I had is going to work and is going to make my throw different. And I got to give it a chance, right? I paid some good money to get a coaching and make sure that my throw is right. So every day I'm going to practice deliberate, dedicated practice. Check out some of my videos on what deliberate, dedicated practice is. Also, review my 1 hour practice guide to make sure that I'm following what I'm doing to make the difference. I want to give this, and my coaches have said, you got to give this a good 6 months if you're changing that significant in order for you to hopefully make money when you're at the casino. Now, what my change is, I don't necessarily always want you guys to follow what I'm doing for practice because I've been doing this for a number of years and my tweaks are off of the basic three-fingered throw. So it's just a little tweak, but it's enough that I have to work each and every day to make sure that this is successful. So I want to give it a good shot before I start throwing some money at this shot. And so I want this throw to come off very well. A couple things that have changed since I did my 90 days in Vegas. I've had this new super micro uh, uh, table that I didn't put on during my 90 days because I didn't want to. I had to do a video every day and I didn't want to take this table up and switch it out. So I was able to take this table up, switch it out. I got a nice new microfiber on here. I also put a piece of felt underneath it. The older one that was underneath had a huge hole in it. In fact, let me show you. This was my old fabric right here, and this was the landing zone right here. You can see holes in it right here. So that's 6 years of dedicated practice to try and make some money throwing dice. So got a new fiber up here. I'm very excited about it. I wanted to make sure it wasn't so bouncy that I couldn't throw right, but I think I have the right magic on here, and I'm super hoping that this will mimic some of the casinos that we have in Vegas, because that's kind of the key, right? It's not just about having a fiber down, but it's also making sure that I'm practicing to the type of ones that we play in when we're in Vegas, and this is pretty similar. The other thing I got to do is adjust my size of where I'm throwing from. I think I was a little too close, and I got to back off a little bit so I have a little more length going forward, and I think that'll help me when I'm at a casino to maybe adjust my distance. The way my coaches have been working on me, not only has my grip changed a little bit, but the way I'm going back and forth has changed. So I got to practice a lot of that too, because it's not just the way I'm trying to relax my wrists now, so that I'm leaning a little towards, looking a little bit more towards the wall, and my shoulders have to remain straight. So I have my mirror here. And then I also in bringing it back, instead of bringing it up like that, I'm bringing it back like this. So that's a whole different change for me. And it's going to take me about 6 months, I think, to get comfortable throwing this and being able to do it on a routine basis. I'm going to practice every day. I'm going to release 2 videos a week, as I said yesterday. But I'm going to be consistently practicing with this 1 hour practice. So what is a SMART goal? That's something that's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So what I want to do is, for the next 180 days, I want to practice every day. I'm going to start off with what my SRR is now. I'm going to throw, 360 times like I did before. I'm going to set that as trying to improve that. I'm going to try and improve my new throw so that my SRR increases at least 20% in the next 180 days. So that's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So I'm going to practice every day to ensure that my new throw helps me with my SRR by at least 2%. So if I can do that, then I'll definitely be making some money in Vegas. So I have 180 days to get this going, and I'm going to work on it every day. I'm going to share 2 videos a week. What I need from you guys is tell me what you want to see about practice. What do you want to talk about? I still have all these planned, but I could definitely use some advice if you guys want to talk about specific things that I can dig deeper into about deliberate practice. I'm hoping you can share that with me. So, what is my goal going to be? The SMART goal. Like I said, I'm going to practice every day, and I'm going to make my SMART goal be that I'm going to improve 2% of my SRR in the next 180 days. Now, 2%, everybody's saying, well, that doesn't seem like a lot. Well, it is, because I've changed my entire throw since my last coaching session, and it's a totally different throw. So I'm going to go through some ebbs and flows first before I get back to where my SRR was before I left for Vegas. So I'm going to probably dip down for a while and then come back up and hopefully improve. So my level of change may be this much as opposed to the 2%, which is this much. So, sometimes you have a negative SRR when you're first changing your throw because you're constantly throwing bad. I also have new microfiber on here I have to get used to, so I have to take that into consideration. So I don't think my SMART goal is too out of whack, considering all the changes I have. I have a completely new throw. I have a completely new way of throwing through my coaches that I have to give a good 180 days in and dedicate that practice. I have to practice every day, and I have a new micro table that is a different bounce than what I was used to. So I have to get used to that too. So a lot of things going on, a lot of exciting stuff. I'd love to hear your feedback on what I can do to help you with your dedicated practice. And remember, all of our videos that I do is about practice. I don't do any gambling strategies or betting strategies. I just want to get better at what I'm doing at this craft, and I want to try every day to get better at it. And I love practicing. I love getting up every morning, coming out here and throwing these dice. It's cathartic to me. It's a very good way of getting my zen going. I know that's weird, but it starts the day off with me working on something and being successful at it. And I don't know where you can go, whether you're playing golf, whether you're practicing chess, whether you're practicing mental games or crossword puzzles. If you're dedicated practice at something, it's going to make you feel good when you're successful. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping by the fall, given this change in my way I'm throwing, that by this fall, my SMART goal is I will practice every day dedicated to change this throw so that by the time I get to Vegas, I have a 2% increase in my SRR moving forward. So that's my specific, measurable, obtainable, relevant, and timely SMART goal. And I hope you can take that into your business practice or anything that you do. Set a goal, make sure you set what your standards are going to be, and then try and see what happens. I want to go to Vegas with my boys in the fall, and I want to make sure that I am better than I was this last Vegas. So that's a lofty goal. We did very well, and I know I can do better. So I hope you join me twice a week. I'm gonna release 2 videos a week, and I hope you join me. Tell your friends, and as always, the only betting strategy I will ever talk about in these videos is the way to throw for a long, long time.